Audio production review.
Audio production review with C-Bass.
Audio production review.
Audio production review with C-Bass.
I say if you do anyhow. I say if you do anyhow, you will see anyhow. If you do anyhow, you will see anyhow. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy T-Bass. And once again, we're breaking down another song. It's another hit song from your favorite boy Tekno on the beats. Okay, this is Anyhow by Tekno. This is audio production review by T-Bass. Anyhow by Tekno featuring OG, Flimsy and Celebobo. This is the year 2018, just in case you're wondering. Color. Let's go into the color. Basics of the song, instrumentals, mix, mastering, and some other things. Starting with the color. Listening to the beat, you have this sound of Azonto tunes on this beat. Genre is Afro-pop, song structure is modern, moves from an intro to verse 1 to a chorus to a hook to verse 2 to a chorus to verse 3 to a chorus to verse 4 to a chorus and then an outro. The energy is serious all the way from the verses to the choruses. Loudness is -8 LUFs, -8 loudness unit related to full scale. This is a loud song. This is a very loud song. Tempo is 120 beats per minute. Moving on to the instrumentals. The bass is bouncy. It's a bouncy bass line with accent on the first note of the beats. It's more or less like a hint of bass synthesizer. Nothing really complex, but it's quite delightful if you listen to the music, to the background sound here, or real song itself. Percussions. Some sounds of conga, shakers, clave, cowbell, mallets. Drums is a constant controlling basic kick, the toms, well-placed rolls. The keys. For the keys, there's a distinct sweet piano variant that leads the song, in a good way. Guitar synthesizer variant was most likely used here on the beat, though I use the flute to replace that. Strings is short, soft as well. Synthesizers or synth is soft and very little too. Brass, woodwind used spatially. Artificial sounds, you can hear some rising sounds, well reverberated to give a surround effect. There's a hint of modulated, processed, sliced vocals. Some other things, a lot of artificial sounds. Vocals, let's move on to the vocals. On the vocals, you have Tekno's, OG's, Flimsy, and Celebobo's vocals. They're all audible and clean, well processed. Backup vocals, partially harmonized vocals. Their leads are placed at well needed areas. Moving on to the mix. Compression songs and instruments appear well compressed, having little headroom. EQ, let's talk about the EQ now. 0 to 500 Hz. There are not so many bass instruments on this, heavy bass instruments on this track. There's little conflict between the bass and the kick. There's punchy rise in the areas where they come in together. It's more or less like a constructive interference. From 500 Hz to 2 kHz, the song is heavily percussive with a number of mid instruments, normal peak within this area. Let's talk about 2 kHz to 5 kHz. They're well filtered peaks. 5 kHz to 20 kHz, tapered off high frequencies. Reverb is smooth. Delay is really in effect. They're sweetly heard in parts of the chorus or choruses or chorus. Stereo and pan effect or pan effect is a good balance of stereo or stereo effects rather. Mastering is very solid. Let's move on to the mastering. Mastering is very solid. Multi-band dynamics, bass, mids, tops, the well balanced. Clipping and distortion I would say solid volume levels for the song as it's quite loud, so my meters are good. This review was powered by www.dagdagstudios.com. Get all your favorite songs, to get all the write-ups. It's a blog, it's a fully loaded website, beats, everything. Come on and join in and subscribe to Dag Studios. It's the end of the audio production review for this track. I hope this information has been helpful and useful to you. Please do well to follow APR Podcast, that is APRPODCAST, and T-Base, that is TBEIZ, on all social media platforms.